Alright, so today I'm going to do a review on a Montblanc Starwalker. So I've done somewhat of a review on this before, but just kind of mixed in with some other videos where I was reviewing a bunch of them at the same time, so I haven't initially kind of done a full review on this one. So it's a pretty good bottle, as you can see. Very nice presentation, classy, you know, some heft to it, kind of in that flask-esque tradition. So apparently this is from almost a line, if you will, of I think they call it like space line or something like that. So I think it has to do with Starwalker, Presence, and I think that might be it. Maybe Emblem, I'm not sure, but apparently they had some kind of line where they were doing like outer space kind of themes. So this one in Presence, I think, is part of that line. I'm not sure if they had another one, but anyway, that's what I've heard on the grapevine. So, like I said, cool bottle. Really good sprayer, really good atomizer. This is like basically a $20 cologne. And that's about right. I don't think you're gonna get a steal for this. I don't think this is you know, like amazing deal. I think it's a fair deal for what you get, 20 bucks. I do happen to really like the Montblanc line. I like Individual. I like Legend Spirit. And I do like this Starwalker. Those are the ones I've smelled so far. I'm probably going to pick up the whole line. Besides Presence Cool, I've heard Presence Cool is not very good. So maybe I'll skip that one. But I got Presence coming on the way, and I think I'm going to try to do Legend Night, the original Legend, and then the Emblem, a couple of the Emblem lines. But with that said, let me get into the notes. So this is on Fragrantica. It's listed as a woody, spicy fragrance for men. It was launched in 2005 created by Michael Almeyrak, something like that. Michael Almeyrak. I don't know how to say that. It's a weird name. Top notes are mandarin orange, bamboo and bergamot. Middle notes are sandalwood, cedar, and white musk. Base notes are nutmeg, ginger, amber, and fir resin. So, as you can see, it's kind of a fruity, spicy, oriental mix there. Although I only get spice on the top notes. As it dries down, it becomes, more bamboo-y and with a little bit of musk. But to me, what does this smell like? To me, this smells kind of like soap, to tell you the truth. It just smells kind of like soap. It smells fresh and clean, almost like laundry, kind of like laundry day. So I'm going to put it along the same lines as Individual, and that they both kind of smell like fabric softener for your laundry. This one here is a more classy scent, if you will. It's more grown-up scent. Not going to be good for younger guys. I wouldn't recommend this in your 20s. I would definitely recommend it in your 30s or 40s. It's a pretty classy scent. This is a casual scent 100%. There's nothing about this that screams going out to the club. There's nothing about this that screams romance. There's nothing about this that screams unique, niche, aquatic, or anything close to those terms. This is simply just a casual kind of classy scent, and that's it. And it has poor projection, not very good projection at all. The performance is it's okay. After about 4 hours, it's just over. Projects maybe for a half an hour if you're lucky. Really almost immediately becomes a skin scent, really. But with that said, it's a pleasant smell. It's not bad. I don't dislike it. I just wish that it was maybe a little less generic, and maybe if it projected more. That's generally my qualms with colognes that are around the $20 range, is they usually almost always don't project very well at all. So This one is no different than that, but it is a nice, unique scent. I do like it. I like the bamboo in it. I like how it's, fairly spicy. And, you could definitely wear this one to the office for sure. It's not going to choke anybody out at all. You're probably lucky if anyone smells you at all, which is not necessarily a good thing. But at the office, that might be pretty good because, if you're walking by somebody, they might get a whiff of you and be like, oh, okay, that guy smells clean. It's a fresh and clean scent, right? As you first spray this, you could get dismayed a little bit because when you first spray it, you're like, oh damn, that's kind of too much. A little bit how it hits you when you first spray it. But that goes away probably within 15 minutes. And then it's just, it, like I said, it almost becomes a skin scent right at that time. So, yeah, I mean, for 20 bucks, you can't really go wrong. Is this something that people should go out and buy? Is this something that I would recommend people to just go buy starwalker? Probably not. If you are a collector, then you're gonna want this in your collection, probably, unless you don't like collecting cheaper colognes. Then, you might not want this in your collection. This is another one that I'm kind of disappointed in, that I really want to like more because I do really appreciate the smell of it. It really has a unique scent. It's a really classy kind of, I'd say, not older gentleman, but like a 30-year-old businessman type. I'm not saying that it's perfect for that. I'm not saying you should buy it for that, but that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of like a 30-year-old businessman who's wearing, these suits and nice clothes. And it's like, it really gives a kind of like homey feel to that, if that makes sense. Like a kind of, like it takes that classy gentleman and like kind of makes it inviting, like warming. Like if a classy gentleman kind of got, sorry, I shouldn't say classy gentleman, like a classy businessman type, not a gentleman, that's something totally different, but like a businessman type, who has like a long coat or wearing a tie and smooth, like nice shoes and stuff, and like about his business, like think like downtown businessman. If you take that and then mix into like an inviting smell where this guy, even though he's a businessman, he's amiable and he's personable, and even though he's a businessman, he's about his business, he's honest, right? He's an honest businessman. So it's like an honest businessman type smell. But again, it just fails in the projection department. So, and it smells a little cheap. It smells a little cheap, a little synthetic, which Montblanc tends to do. But again, synthetic is not necessarily bad, and I like it. Like, I like the way it smells. But I just, it really bothers me that it doesn't project more, and it just could be a little cleaner scent. Like, even though it's really good, it's not the cleanest scent in the sense that it's a little bit generic smelling, or synthetic smelling. But like I said, it kind of smells like a soapy, kind of almost like laundry detergent type. What would I give it on projection? I would give it a 4 on projection, and that's being I really should probably give it a 3.5. It really doesn't project very well at all, which is the biggest downfall. Performance, yeah, it's pretty poor, so I'm gonna give it a 4. And I'm still generous. I really should give it a 3.5. As far as smell goes, I'm gonna give it a 7, maybe a 7.2. I like the smell. It just smells a little bit on the synthetic side. Uniqueness, I'm gonna give it a 8.2 because I think it's a very unique scent as far as from all the stuff that I've smelled so far. I don't know if anything's like this, but there probably is. But I think it's a nice blend. I think it's a very good blend, just as far as smell goes. And I could see what they're doing with it. Classy gentleman, or not gentleman, classy businessman, amiable, honest guy type of smell, but also casual, very casual. It's almost like business casual is what this is. Perfect description, business casual. So overall, I would give this, maybe a 6 out of 10. And I'm being generous. Like, that's probably hard standards, but also kind of being kind of generous, right? 6 out of 10. I'm not one of these people that is just like, boom, boom, I love this, I love it. Like, I'm gonna critique it because I'm gonna tell you the real deal. So for $20, man, you get a casual, clean, honest businessman type of smell. That doesn't project incredible. I think a lot of people would really like this, but then a lot of other people would be like, "Oh, I don't, you know, like." I'm not saying you either love it or hate it, but there's going to be a lot of people in both camps. Either you like it or a lot of people don't like it. So again, if you're 20 something, don't buy this. If you're looking for something to attract females, don't buy this. If you're looking for something that is like clubbing, don't buy this. If you're looking for something that's for date night, don't buy this. If you're looking for something that's for the workplace, you could get this. If you're looking for something that a businessman, honest, casual businessman would wear, you could definitely get this. If you're looking for something that's like casual, just to wear around, if you just like the smell, you could get this. This is something that you would get for yourself, not something that you would get for other people. I don't think a lot of other people would really appreciate this, in the sense that traditional cologne is, or, you know, in the sense that cologne is traditionally appreciated. People aren't gonna be like, wow, this smells bomb. They're just gonna be like, oh, okay, you smell good, you smell clean. You know what I mean? If that's what you're looking for, then you would pick this up. So for $20, man, you can't go wrong. But it's not something that I'd be like, okay, everybody should go out and get this. Maybe if you're a collector, or if, like I said, you fall into those categories of that type. That's the type of cologne you want. So overall, for $20, good pickup. Particularly if you're a collector. Decent smell, not great projection, not great performance, but unique smell, cool bottle. Yep, that's about it. All right, it's been Jay Lee. Appreciate you listening. Peace.